Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, so welcome back. So we are going to go ahead and make these. They are so cute. These candy corns. Yeah. These were made with the same yarn, same exact yarns. Only I double stranded these to make them a little bit thicker. And this was just a single strand. I wanted you to see the difference that just using different yarns will do. And I have a lot of stuffing in this one and not so much in that one. This is a little bit softer. This is a little bit firmer. So just by changing the yarn, you can change how your candy corn looks. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make it. So for this project, you're going to need some yellow, some orange, and some white yarn if you want traditional candy corn. You don't have to be traditional. You can go ahead and use any colors that you like. You're also going to need a crochet hook in the appropriate size. And you're going to need a tapestry needle for sure. Okay, the tapestry needle to sew in the edges of the, you're going to need a tapestry needle. Okay, and you might need some stitch markers. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and double strand this because this is really tiny and I want you to see the stitches. So I'm going to start with a magic ring, a magic circle, a magic loop. It's called so many different things. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and make 5 single crochets in this loop. Okay, so we can do that together. Here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and here's 5. Okay, then I'm going to do the magic part. I'm going to count, make sure 1. I'm going to pull this and close up my circle. And I'm going to slip stitch it to the top of the chain 2 from before. Okay, here we go. That is tiny. Okay, so that's little. That's this top right here. Okay. I'm going to make 2. I'm going to chain 2. That's going to count as a single crochet here, or chain 1. And I'm going to single crochet in that same spot. Then I'm going to find my next stitch here, and I'm going to make 2 single crochets in there. Then I'm going to find my next stitch, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets, and I'm going to do that all the way around. I'm going to make 2 single crochets in every single crochet all the way around for a total of 12. Okay, I have my 12, and I'm going to slip stitch to the top here. So I had 6 in here, and now I have 12 going around. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet in the next stitch all the way around. Just make 1 single crochet in every stitch around. Okay. Yeah. See that? I'm going to meet you at the end of the round. Just make 1 single crochet all the way around. Okay, so you see, look what's happening. It's starting to curl. Go ahead and turn it like that because we're going to be working on the outside. And I'm going to do the last one here. Okay, so now we have the first row was 6, the second row was 12, and the third row was 12. Okay, all right, so we're going to keep doing that, but we're going to do it in a continuous round. So here's where you're going to use your stitch marker. When you see that's the last stitch that I just made, I'm going to go ahead and put my stitch marker in there. When you crochet amigurumi, you usually crochet in continuous rounds. It means you don't join anymore. So this is my last stitch here, and I'm going to go ahead and do a single crochet in the next one, and I'm going to keep doing single crochets all the way around till I get to that slip stitch. Okay, so you go ahead and do that. You do single crochets. I'll meet you when we get to that stitch marker. Okay, so we are now coming up at that stitch marker. I'm going to crochet into that space. You can remove your stitch marker. You don't have to use a stitch marker. You can use a piece of yarn. Okay. Let's count how many rows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have to do 3 more rows. So you're going to place your stitch marker, and you're going to repeat. Make a single crochet all the way around. When you get to your stitch marker, move it up, and keep doing that until you have 6 or 7 rows. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. This is the size that I want it, right? But we don't want it to be like a tube. We want it to start branching out a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to make an increase round. This is going to be my last round of white, and I'm going to increase here. So in order to make an increase, you do 2 single crochets in this stitch here, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet, and you do that all the way around. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of this round. So 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, and just do that all the way around. Okay. All right, so I am done with that, and we're going to go ahead. My hair gets stuck in everything. We're going to go ahead and tuck that extra yarn in here. We're going to put a little stuffing. We need stuffing for these, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and add some stuffing here, because it's white, and if you add another color, we don't want to see the color inside the stuffed part, right? So now it's time to change the color. I'm going to add orange. That's the next color. I'm going to show you how to add the next color. I'm going to take my hook and insert it into the next stitch and pull it through. Here we have 2 stitches on our hook here. See how it got a little bit wider? That's what we wanted. Then we're going to take the orange, and we're not going to do anything to it. This is the tail. I'm going to have it hang out in the back, and I'm just going to wrap my yarn. I'm going to hold it. Okay, can you see? My tail is being held by my finger and the project that I'm working on, and then I'm going to take my yarn and I'm just going to pull it through those 2 loops. That's all there is to it. Hold on to it so you don't lose it. Give the white a tug, and let's go ahead and make a single crochet using the orange now. It's going to kind of lock it in place. Here you go. Okay, and here we go. Ta-da! And we are done. And then you're going to crochet 1 stitch all the way around. But here's what you should do first. You're going to go ahead and cut that white yarn. Some people like to tie these together. It's not necessary, but some of us are a little paranoid. We have little ones that play with these things, you know, and we don't want them coming loose. So you can just give it a little tie just like that. It's not a big deal. You don't really have to do that. You can go ahead and tuck the yarn, and then go ahead and make a single crochet in every single crochet all the way around, and keep going for about 4 or 5 more rows until it gets to the size that you think that you would like for it to be. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 rows of orange. So you can go ahead and do 4 rows of orange. You can do 5 rows of orange. Just keep doing it until it reaches the size that you would like it to be. So okay. I have done like 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 3 rows. So I want to show you how to do the increase on this row before we do the color change, okay? Remember, you're going to make this however you want, okay? It doesn't matter. You can make one really thin orange stripe. You can make the orange, the thicker stripe. You can make them all equal. You can make them gradually. You can make this one bigger, this one smaller, this however you want. Oh my gosh, there's like so many variations. That's why I don't like to give a pattern, because you're going to choose how you're going to make it. It is so noisy out today. So what I like to do, because this is candy corn, I kind of like to flatten it as I go along, as I'm making it, right? So you can get that shape. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the increase in this round. So we're going to chain 2. Sorry. We're going to do 2 single crochets here. And then a chain, and then a single crochet, and then a single crochet in the next 2. Then we're going to do 2, and then 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then chain 2. I don't know why I keep saying chain. 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet and another single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and then 1, 2. Okay, and then you keep doing that all the way around. So you flatten it as you go along. Now you see how it's getting nice and wide, and you're also creating that triangle shape at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to add the yellow. I'm going to show you how to do that again. I'm going to insert my hook, begin my single crochet stitch, and then just stop. And I have the 2 loops from my single crochet stitch right here. I'm going to take my yellow. I'm going to put the tail in the back and the working yarn in the front. So you can tuck it in and hold it. You see how I'm holding it? And then just pull it through those 2 loops. That's it. See? And then make the next single crochet right in here, just to lock it in. Yeah. Then you're going to take the orange and you're going to give it a tug and you're going to cut it, because we're not using it anymore. Okay. Then you're going to single crochet in every stitch around. Okay. And I will meet you in about 4 rounds. Okay. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done a few of the rounds in the yellow. So I did like 1, 2, 3. I've done 3. You can do more. You can do 4. You can do 2. Yeah, I think I'm doing like a decreasing number of stripes. So I had like 6 here, 5 here. So I'll do 3 here. So I want to show you. After you get it to about the size that you want, I'm going to show you how to make this little ridge, and now we're going to decrease. We were increasing, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to decrease. So first we're going to make this ridge before we do the decrease. So what you're going to do is you're going to do another round. You're going to do another round, and you're going to crochet in the back loops only. So go ahead and do another round in the back loops only, all the way around, just the back loops. Do you remember how to crochet in the back loops? You insert your hook in the middle of the V, not under both legs, in the middle of the V, and then you just complete your single crochet all the way around. Okay, and remember, I'm flattening it as I go. So just single crochet in every stitch all the way around. Okay, and I will meet you when you are done with that. So we've single crocheted all the way around, and now we have this ridge. I'm going to go ahead and do this last one here. And then I'm going to pull this out a little bit, because now we're going to get to stuff this, because we're going to get ready to close it up. So go ahead and grab your stuffing. And you can stuff it however you want. And while you're stuffing it, go ahead and give it that triangle shape. And get all the way down there and spread it out and get it into the triangle shape. You can stuff it a lot or stuff it a little. It's up to you. I don't want that much. It's a bit much. I think that's good. And while you're stuffing, go ahead and make it into that triangle shape. All right, so we're going to do a decrease row. We are just about done. These work up really, really fast. I think the first few might give you a hard time because you're new to this, but after you've made a few of them, you should be able to do them pretty quickly. And like I said before, you don't have to be traditional in the colors. You can choose whatever colors you want. So now we're going to go ahead and decrease. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a decrease. You're going to insert your hook underneath both legs, yarn over, pull it through, insert, yarn over, pull it through. Now we have 3 loops, and we're going to pull it through all 3. Let's try that again. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull it through, 2 loops, insert the hook, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops, and we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, just go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it with you all the way around. You can use a stitch marker to tell you when you get to the end of the row, but I've been doing this for a minute, so I can usually tell. I'm going to go ahead. There's another one, just a few more. Okay. All right. I think I've got 1 or 2 more here. And 1 more. Yeah. Here we go. That's the last one. Haha. Cool, right? Okay. So make sure that at this point you have it flattened out. I'm going to go ahead and make a knot here. And I'm going to pull some yarn out. Make sure that you pull out enough yarn so that you can finish this off, okay? I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to snip that. Better to have too much yarn than not have enough. I'm going to form that into my flat triangle. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and seal it. So you've cut your yarn here, and I'm going to thread my needle like so. And so you want to make it so that you don't really see it. So what I would like to do is sew into these outer loops here. Can you see that? The outer loop? Yeah. I'm going to start here. I'm going to go outer loop and then outer loop here. What that's going to do is that's going to push the seam under. All right. Let's try that again. Outer loop here. Sorry. Outer loop and outer loop. Okay, let's try again. Outer loop here and outer loop there. Okay. Yeah, let's try. And so you're just going to seal it. Remember, you're trying to make a rectangle, not a circle. Okay, and then I'm going to, sorry about the noise. So it's a cool day. So so I don't have the AC on. So now I have the windows open and you can hear all the traffic from outside. Yeah. And then you can run it through again if you like. Okay. So I'm going to run it through one more time because my grandson likes to play with these and we want to make sure that they are all nice and tight. So I'm going to run it through again. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. And then that's how you make it. When you're done, you take your yarn. When you have it closed the way you want it, you take your yarn and insert it and pull it out through the yellow. Okay. And you snip it and you're done. You just snip it close to the yellow here so that you can see. And ta-da! There you have your corn. Very cool, right? Very simple to make. Okay, let me know in the comments if you liked it. Let me know what colors you chose. If you chose to do traditional, if you made a thick one, a thin one, go ahead and let me know. And I'm gonna need a cup of coffee after this, so if you could help a sister out, I would really appreciate a cup of coffee. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Te veo. Bye.